And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it out.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you'd think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On second down, ETN once more. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Hey, easy. Route.
Now Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. ETN up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Jaguars had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Off the option, here's Jacobs. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Partner, we always talk about how important 3rd down is, but I think 1st down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
23 yards, the final tally. Jacobs. Here's Jacobs. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is faced.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Pushing his way through. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you...
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. (14-0) the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 14, Jaguars nothing. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a second. Coming up.
Ready. Let's go.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Love now. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love, escaping the pressure right. He has it complete to Christian Watson, and he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. And complete once again to Watson. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Watson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. Now the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Next the score, Packers 21, Jaguars nothing.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Love from the gun, flushed out right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
11. Silver.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards. Throwing. Love. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordan Love, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Breaks through the contact. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And the tight end goes in motion left. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Love looking to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But talent. If anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now Lawrence to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. A final shot before break. Norris. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
All right, let's go.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Red on red.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And now here is another interception. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll roll him out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Off the bootleg, Norris sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And his kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready up. Here we go. Set go.
They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space. And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. From the gun on 3rd down, Norris. And this pass broken up. Contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them... And my goodness, another interception. He's on his way. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Now, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, In high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Packers.
On play action. Love to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tucker Kraft from 10 yards out. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. Gabriel Davis, 69 yards. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And the lead is down to 24.
Makes the score Packers 38, Jaguars 14. Cam Little the kickoff for the Jaguars.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville.
Love, they go play action now.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. To throw now, here's Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's got this down to the 35. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
A gain of 14. And the Packers first down.
Now Love. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Love. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 55 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Love. Flush to his right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 13 yards out. And the Packers start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. The extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And just shutting him off there. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, Ron.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Red on red.
Here's Lawrence.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Quay Walker.
And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a
throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 40 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He will find Davis on the left side, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for another Jaguars. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Silver.
Lawrence will throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that...
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, did the Jags get this? Yes, Jags football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Here's second and 10.
Hey, let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And this is caught at the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Straight ahead, ETN.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Now it's second and 10.
Hey, 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 Silver.
Now Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence.
And he fires one, but incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways.
And my goodness, another interception. There he goes, left side. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Packers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.